What's up, you guys? This is Aditi. Welcome back to our channel. I'm just here because I think that because this year is coming to an end, um, I'm. I think I will be able to go back to our daily schedule of Friday 7 p.m. So I think from the month of May I'll be able to do that. So I thought that maybe this week I could just give you a recap of how this semester has been, because at least you saw a few vlogs of semester 5. I'm gonna put it here, so if you want you can check them out before you move on to sem 6. But I did not exactly film, like literally I did not film anything for semester 6. So I thought I'll give you like a recap before we move forward in my life. So I made notes because I expected that I'm gonna forget things. To start with, I am in semester 6 right now, which is like the final semester. But semester 5 के results अभी भी declare नहीं हुए हैं, and it has been a lot of hodgepodge. So apparently मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी का board dissolve हो गया. Question paper के बहुत सारे problems थे, like question paper codes were wrong because many of my friends के centers में जो 80 KD का पेपर था वो दिया, and they started writing it, and 30 minutes later they saying नहीं stop, that's the wrong question paper, ये वाला सही है. And then they were given extra 30 minutes, but the tension that a student would go through, because imagine 30 minutes से खड़ा लिख रहा है, वो energy is gone completely waste. That was one issue, so we did not know. So ऐसे बहुत सारी जगह पे हुआ है कि जाके करेक्ट ही नहीं किया है क्वेश्चन पेपर. Although it wasn't like a big difference, but फॉर्मेलिटी और वॉट एवर द रूल्स आर रूल्स, रॉन्ग क्वेश्चन पेपर कोड है बिकॉज जो होना चाहिए था वो नहीं है. सो that's not acceptable. So बहुत जगह पे ऐसे हुआ है, and as a reason why they stopped correcting papers, and they were thinking कि testing, cognitive, I think even counseling, I'm not sure about which other papers, but cognitive and testing के लिए they were literally thinking of expecting the students to reappear for the exam. तो December, January वगैरह उसी में गया, and then I think February में finally they were like, you know what, screw this, जाने दो, बच्चों को नहीं देते हैं. Whatever that happened, because there was a lot of happening in our department and in my life कि ज़्यादा इस पर फोकस नहीं करवाया, बिकॉज लिटरली आई हैड जस्ट लाइक गिवन अप कि जो भी होगा देखा जाएगा. एग्ज़ाम होने वाली है, री एग्ज़ाम होने वाली है, तो आई विल नो अबाउट इट, आई स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर इट. नहीं होगी तो नहीं होगी, आई डोंट वांट टू स्ट्रेस अबाउट इट, सो आई जस्ट स्टॉप्ड गिविंग एनी काइंड ऑफ शिट for this. Thankfully we do not have to take those exams again, but अभी तक result नहीं आया है. That is one thing that was quite stressful in the month of December that happened. Another thing that happened was that Sem 5 के semester में मैंने Sem 5 के semester में मैंने इस बोला होगा कि 2 practical experiments होते हैं, practical paper, and they were given at, they were conducted and taught at like बहुत सारा गैप था बीच में. So one was done in July, the other one was done in August या फिर September में. तो we had a lot of time to be like अच्छा ये ले लो and उसके बाद ये ले लो. So ये already एक वाला पक्का हो गया था, which was false memory. I'm going to make videos on this, I promise. And दूसरा वाला was AV, automatic vigilance. This time our HOD decided कि दोनों एक ही मंथ में कंडक्ट करते हैं. We did find it very stressful because instructions memorize करो, conduction करो, report दो, next week start preparing for the second practical की instructions. So both those experiments were conducted like that. So पहले paired associate करवाया, which is like we were less scared of it because normal लग रहा था. दूसरा वाला Einstein lung, I had heard a lot about some water and jar thingy since last year, and HOD ने भी बहुत डरा के रखा था about it, but apparently that was like quite easy. So because of that अभी भी मुझे बहुत doubts हैं, and I forget because वो पक्का ही नहीं हुआ है पहला वाला before we moved on to the next one. उसकी वजह से if you ask me what is the interesting statistics used in paired associate, I get so confused and I have to think about what the experiment is. I have to think about what the Einstein experiment is and उसका स्टेट्स क्या होगा एंड इसके सो बहुत उल्टा पुल्टा करना पड़ता है. मुझे याद ही नहीं आता है कि एग्जैक्टली व्हाट द एक्सपेरिमेंट इज अबाउट because so much happened. We had so many seminars that we conducted. There was so much happening in the department. I don't even remember what the time has been. And because of so much happening, I had a lot of work given by the HOD, which I cannot talk about right now. But trust me, it was a lot. We also had community service that I used to go to some special school in Mumbai. My schedule was the same as Sem5. Like सुबह जल्दी उठना पड़ता था. We had lectures like at 7 o'clock ish, 7:30ish. After we were done by 1:30, we used to go to the special school for community service, and I used to come home by 5 o'clock. Sometimes I had tuition, sometimes I did not. But somehow semester 6 was extremely stressful, and not just in semester 6 but in semester 5 as well. I did not do anything for myself. Like no skincare, no yoga, no workout. Sorry if you can hear the crow. I don't know where the hell he is. It was literally impossible because mental energy ही नहीं थी, and like रात को करने के लिए any kind of skincare for example. और सुबह कभी कभार सनस्क्रीन लगा के जाया करती थी whenever I used to feel like I have the time to actually apply it. So खुद के लिए टाइम नहीं था. Semester 5 was had no social life as such, but semester 6 definitely did because I found the purest souls, the cutest people. So life is so much better, and I'm understanding the whole concept of how social support or support in general really kind of eases the pain and the suffering. I can see why people say that. I can see why psychology में बहुत जगह पे मैंने ये पढ़ा है. Because semester 5 was a lot of shit, and the end of semester was a lot of shit because of the social dynamics were changing in the department. A very good friend of mine was not being my friend anymore. A lot of things happened. Semester 6, I met these beautiful people. Like we were friends in semester 5, and that kind of got better and better, and we got really close to each other. And the whole supporting each other and just being there for each other, taking care of each other is so much important in the department when we just have like 20 kids, 20 people. I call myself a kid. 20 people, and it feels like a rat race, a very competitive rat race. Life was very shitty, but life was pretty good at the same time because of these two people. I also made a reel about it. You can watch it on Instagram. It's a very cute reel. Oh yeah, so हमारे डिपार्टमेंट का फेस्ट होता है. I'm not gonna take the names. You don't know what the fest is, and you don't know which college I go to. I am going to just insert some videos of the fest, like the decoration and something. So maybe you would be able to guess. Just do not write the name of the college if you guess it in the comment section, please. Thank you so much for maintaining privacy. That was stressful. Like way too stressful. I don't think I've ever been that stressed. Like growing up and being in the earlier colleges and degrees I've been in, I used to always wonder about what are these fests about, sponsors kaise laate hain, blah blah blah. I got to know a lot about it, and I do not like it. I for sure know I do not like event management because I've managed, I've organized so many events in this year and never ever want to do that ever. Like खुद के भी events मैं manage नहीं करने वाली, मैं organize नहीं करने वाली. I don't want to be a part of any event at all. So we had our fest. We had kind of like a carnival theme, like a fun childhood theme. So we thought of how things have changed and we have grown, and that's the reason why things have changed. And we always look at all the adult things that we have to do, like pay the bills, get a job, get good grades, blah blah blah, and we are losing our connection with childhood and all the fun things that we used to have. So we had a cotton candy guy, we had Ghoda guy, so basically all the carnival thingy. So we had that boat thing, and we also had a Ferris wheel, which was fun and scary. I did not try the Ferris wheel again, but the boat thing, super fun. 50 rupees every single time was worth the spend. Like seriously, instead of spending money on food, I was using it on like sitting on the boat thingy. We also got our own t-shirts, and they are so cute. Like I think that was the only thing I was more interested in the fest thingy. Okay, so you know the sign is psychology ka sign, and of course our name. And if you're wondering why do I have the graduation cap, so everyone, so me and my friend Krishna, we thought of like customizing it because we are unique and we have our individual differences. This term is used so much in psychology, right? And like especially in experiments and research and stuff. So we thought that we should like highlight our individual differences. So somebody who has a dog and she is like called like Maharani, in a way, or a queen in the department when the teachers get angry, although that's not okay to say that to a student, but whatever. A lot of bad things happen there. So she had a dog and the tiara on the dog's head. Then there's this one friend who always dreamt of going to United States and especially New York and like settling there, living there, never coming back. So उसके नाम की जगह पे like नाम पे भी kind of like उसके नाम में I है, तो I की जगह we had Statue of Liberty. I perhaps not perhaps I have a graduation cap thingy and the convocation certificate because this is my third degree. I don't think anybody, no, I don't think like a lot of people, and it's not a very common, conventional, traditional thing to have multiple degrees. So I thought that that kind of highlights, because nothing exactly screams me right now. So like guitar, no. YouTube, it's a part of my profession. Lawyer, I've left that. I'm a teacher, but I don't associate myself and resonate so much with being a teacher. So what is it that actually screams me? And I thought that this is my third degree and this is the final year. This makes so much sense, doesn't it? So we did all of the decoration. We did not outsource it or anything. So we used to like stand on the desks and ऐसे दोरी और जो भी था, I don't forgot what it is called. We had like not stapled them, like tied it on one side, cellotape लगा के दूसरी जगह पे ऐसे रखा था ऊपर, very kind of towards the ceiling, but not very, because the building is quite old, so ceilings are also very high. ऐसे लगा था, and we were like going up and just like stapling everything. So I had to like literally stretch my arm a lot for like a week or so. Majority of people are doing it. I wasn't the only one who was doing it. So on the day of our fest, the first day, my arm started paining, and that pain kind of was getting kind of better. But in a week, we had Women's Day का seminar, and I fell very very badly on my left side. So बहुत दुख रहा था. I could not move my arm as such, like that. That's all I could move it. That's it. So we finally went to the doctor, who is basically my cousin. We got a sonography done, and we also got an X-ray done, because sonography में देखा कि muscle has swollen twice the size it should be. So we got an X-ray done just to see कि fracture नहीं है, because generally fracture होते तब muscles swell हो जाते हैं to like keep it together and whatever, if you know what I mean. तो वो भी नहीं है. So he gave me painkillers and he told me to like apply cold pack or whatever. I was doing that for a week. It did not work. Like बहुत कम improvement थी than it should have been. So I went back. I got an MRI done, which was quite scary, and he used like psychological tricks to like keep me like calm and not feel anxious. I was using facial feedback hypothesis, which says that your facial expressions make you feel the way you feel. Does that make sense? Like if you are angry and if you're tensing your muscles on your face, you are going to feel more angry. But if you're feeling angry and if you start like smiling, for example, you will stop feeling that anger, or the anger will kind of reduce. So I was feeling anxiety because it was very close space, and I was feeling more anxious when there was no sound. So MRI में बहुत सारे आवाज़ करते हैं to like see, or I don't know how it exactly functions. I've forgotten a lot of it. But when that loud sounds used to stop, that's when I used to start feeling anxious. So in that moment, I could feel like my muscles tensing up all over my body. So I was trying to like smile weirdly. If they had cameras inside, they would be like, why is this girl smiling? But that's what I was doing. I was thinking about my friends and all the fun moments I had with them. That kind of eased the pain and the anxiety. So I kind of used a lot of psychological tricks when I was in there to not make me feel more anxious, because if I would be anxious, it was very very scary, and I would feel claustrophobic, even though I'm not exactly claustrophobic. So it's been 2 weeks since I had my sonography done, and my arm, I can do this since yesterday. It doesn't hurt, but I can feel the heaviness somewhere, and there are some parts that hurt even now. बहुत कम है, but it's like drastic improvement. So all I'm doing right now is I have to do exercises, a couple of exercises to kind of loosen it up, and hot packs, which I need to do today because it's morning. Another thing that happened is my oldest student. So I've been teaching this student since 2019, which is a year before COVID, and he's done with 10th standard board exams. So I feel a void in my life. I don't have that student anymore. I had amazing memories. He was such a cute kid, and I actually saw him grow up, like be a teenager. He's 15. He is taller than me now. And somewhere I do miss him here and there, especially on a Tuesday, because on a Tuesday I used to go to his house at 4 o'clock. As we are actually at the end of this term, let's talk about when my final exams are going to be, or when our final exams are going to be. So today is 21st of March actually, and we have like our practical prelim doesn't make sense. So practical paper की prelim होने वाली है. That's the only prelim our HOD is conducting for us. It's going to be on 23rd and 24th apparently. It was supposed to be just on 23rd, but I just saw the message on the group that it's going to be 23rd and 24th. So like the class is divided into 2 batches. So I need to start preparing for that. I already like have put things up on here that I need to start preparing like instructions and just remembering conduction kaise karna hai, debriefing, why was, and also knowing what I'm supposed to at all the researches, the relevant researches, because introduction bhi likhna hai, IDD bhi likhna hai, etc etc. So all of that super important. And we have our final exams on 12th April. I think you must have already seen it on the news. न्यूज़पेपर में भी आया था that 12th April से final exams होंगे. So either 12th April के पहले we'll have our practical exams या फिर उसके बाद होंगे, like theory एक पेपर के बाद होगा. I don't know what I'm more comfortable with. Whatever happens happens. That's just my attitude this year. I think I have cleared everything and I've said everything. I really hope that I can actually go back to our schedule very soon. Like मुझे पता है कि exam होने के बाद we are going to back on schedule. I'm going to start making certain videos and all the informative videos. I hope you will watch it. I hope you guys have not given up on me. I hope you are still waiting because I was really waiting for this year to be over so that I can get back on track with content on Instagram and as well as on YouTube. Thank you so much for waiting for me, waiting with me for this year to be over. This was an important year. I do need these marks to get to masters. Thank you so much. I don't know how I actually end these videos. I'll see you next Friday. Is that how I say it? Whatever it is. I'm actually in the midst of actually filming a vlog, so you're gonna see me next week or in that vlog of this week. Till then, bye!